Apparently, there's a future Darwin Award winner by the name of Mike Hughes, who's also known as Mad Mike Hughes.
Oh, this guy.
Who is a self-taught rocket scientist, which are two things you would never want to ram together.
Don't ride his rocket.
He had planned to launch himself over California this weekend. However, he couldn't do it in his homemade rocket, and he's doing this to prove that the Earth is flat.
Well, yes, he is.
That's what he said. There's
more to it. There's more to it.
There's some disagreement. Really,
that's where he could get funding from. That's where.
Yeah, that's really he did this for funding. So he leveraged people's ignorance to raise money
for his little project.
For his little stunt.
A steam-powered rocket.
A steam-powered rocket that wasn't even going to get high enough for him to see anything. The
curvature.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that would prove nothing at all. A steam-powered rocket? No.
Yeah. It was.
So it's essentially. You remember those rockets you used to buy, where you put the water into the rocket?
Yeah.
And you pump it up, and then you release the fucking locking mechanism, and you get all sorts of wet, but it shoots like 80 feet in the air.
Yeah, those are great fun. I love
that's what we're talking about here. Yeah. So Hughes, who he was unable to launch the rocket because the government blocked him from proceeding as planned.
I figured that was going to happen. I knew it was coming.
So the Bureau of Land Management said that he couldn't launch his rocket as he had planned to in Amboy. He claimed the agency had given him verbal permission more than a year ago, pending approval from the FAA. Government red tape is common. I mean, I don't see why this limo driver, and that's what his job is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's planning on launching himself in more than a mile in a 500 mile per hour homemade rocket made in his garage from public property. So what he's going to do is that he's going to do it from private property and like further like down the road 3 miles, like this upcoming week, I think is what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm. He's going to die. He's gonna die.
Future Darwin Award winner.
Probably, yeah.
Because the last rocket that he launched, it went 1/4 of the distance he was planning on going. And it landed so hard that he had to walk around with a walker for like 3 weeks because he was in so much agony. So he's gonna turn into a gelatinous paste.
This is
on the
not
windshield.
an okay human being.
That's if he gets the altitude that he says he is, but there is no way he's going to get
in
that
a
much
steam-powered
altitude.
rocket. No, he's not getting a mile. He's not getting a mile in the air. That's not going to happen.
Okay, so he also says he doesn't believe in science.
That's just
self-taught rocket scientist that doesn't believe
even
in
make
science.
sense. That doesn't even. That's nonsense words that just happened there.
Well, to be fair, he is trying to build a steam-powered rocket, so it checks out.
I've built steam-powered rockets, and not steam-powered, but chemical reaction powered, and basically the same thing.
Oh, they're fun as shit. I fucking love those rockets.
Fun, and they go woo, and they go like 20 feet in the air, and you're like, yay!
Well, I'm thinking about the Estes rockets where you have to actually put the igniter in them and then clip the battery pack to it and go out like 50 feet and push the button, and I love those things.
Those are fun.
Especially when they fail spectacularly. You're like,
but steam is gonna stop working once it can't push against the ground anymore.
Well, I mean, it'll still create thrust as it's coming out of a nozzle, but
but it's a finite amount of thrust, and
it changes with atmosphere.
Gravity's kind of a bitch.
Gravity's a fucking asshole.
Have you seen the amount of energy it takes to just get a rocket up high enough?
And
okay, so with the weather balloon, that you're just using chemistry against itself at that point. You're just using density against itself, and so I mean, but even those,
then they pop, because there's so much,
there's too much. Yeah, it doesn't work.
The little molecules are bouncing off that plastic a little bit too much, and it finally rips. And so, but even this guy, steam will find a way to exit one way or another, and I don't hope this happens to him, but it's just like Could you imagine if he it ruptured and he had that much steam backed up and it cooked him like a crock pot in his own?
Would just
it's like a pressure cooker inside of his rocket.
It is. This is such a
stew.
This is such a phenomenally bad idea that I really want to see him do it.
I really hope he does. So the thing is that the BLM spokesperson that supposedly talked to him, said that our local field office has no record of speaking with this guy, and he has not applied for necessary special recreation permit to hold an event on public land. Someone from our local office reached out to him after seeing some of these news articles about the launch, and because that was news to them, said the BLM spokeswoman Samantha Storms. What a great name.
Samantha Storm. That's a comic
porn
book name.
Right? That's a porn name too.
Oh, it could be a porn. I think it's more a comic book name, but
yeah, that's a little bit too on the nose for comic book. I think it's like Storms.
No, it's
Sue
really
Storm,
not.
honey. Sue Storm.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Shit.
Mm-hmm. Diana Prince.
Well, because that's not her real name though. That's the. Never mind. Not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that one anyway. So, regardless of the reason, whether he canceled his own launch or whatever due to all the attention and blamed it on the government, but he says he's not able to launch his homemade rocket until about Tuesday because it takes 3 days to set it up. And he added that it's not easy because it's not supposed to be easy.
That's not how. That's not how things work, honey. No, yes, there is the common phrase that nothing worth doing is easy to do, and that's because people work really hard on doing things. Mm-hmm. One of my other favorite ones to say the exact same thing was all magic comes at a price. But honey, it's not. I'm going to try and do an impossible thing, and therefore it takes more time. That's not what.
I honestly look forward to this man winning the Darwin Awards this year. I don't wish ill upon him, but if he's going to be doing something as stupid as this, and everybody's saying, "Don't do this,
don't do it,"
really don't do it. What I'm loving is the number of people, mostly on Twitter, the number of actual scientists, astronomers, physicists, everybody going, well, if this is your plan to prove flat Earth, there are a lot of easier ways to do it.
So much easier ways of doing this.
like
a weather balloon with a camera?
A weather balloon, or just get on a plane and fly to another hemisphere of the Earth.
How about how the light rotates on the planet?
Yeah, that would be. I mean, the simplest one was go to a different hemisphere and
observe shit.
Do astronomical observation. Look at the stars. The stars are different.
No, it's the firmament. No, what I would like them to do is just give this guy an area where it's really flat land. Take him to Nebraska or something. Take him to just fucking corn country.
Mm-hmm.
And have an area where you can actually say that the elevation doesn't change. It's the same elevation. Or just take him out to the ocean. You could do it there too.
Mm-hmm.
And you get something where you can have a level light, like a level laser light that goes out. Mm-hmm. And have him go out until you can actually spot where the curvature of the Earth makes a difference. And be like, that laser light is actually 18 feet on top of where I am right now. Huh. How is that possible? I can't see it anymore.
It's so
easy to figure out.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, there were ancient civilizations that figured out that the Earth was a sphere before it was even possible to observe it. They figured it out.
They did it with sticks and wells.
Yeah,
and shadows.
So
here
easy.
We are.
It's so easy
in 2017, and people with the most technology, the most information at their fingertips are trying to say.
You could take this guy back to the ancient Aztecs, and they'd be like, "No,
you're
it's
stupid."
It's like they'd show him a ball and be like, "Ball."
It's not called a flat. It's called a ball.
He's like, no, like a plate, and they'd be like, ball. and not knocking the intelligence of the ancient Aztecs. I mean, actually,
There's just a language barrier. That's all.
Yeah, just a language barrier. Just like they just show him a ball and be like, ugh. Like, seriously, dude, come the fuck on, man. Explain the stars. And he'd be like, it turns? That's not how stars work, motherfucker.